Frosinone vs Roma prediction, team news, lineups preview. Roma continue their pursuit of a top 4 finish on Sunday, as they take the short trip to Stadio Benito Stirpe, where free-falling Frosinone lie in wait. After a commendable draw at De Kuip in midweek, the Giallorosse now tackle their neighbors, who have recently drifted down the Serie A standings. Match preview. In scoring a precious equalizer midway through the first half of Roma's Europa League clash with Feyenoord, Romelu Lukaku not only moved joint third in the competition's all-time scoring list, with 26 goals to his name, but also made his team favourites to reach the last 16. A 1-1 draw against the Dutch champions in Rotterdam leaves the Giallorosse needing a home win next week that would see them progress through the knockout round playoffs by defeating Feyenoord for the third season running. Daniele De Rossi's side now return to domestic duty, having recently suffered their first loss since the club legend returned to Rome as head coach. They twice led against league leaders Inter Milan last weekend but ultimately succumbed to a 4-2 defeat at Stadio Olimpico. Roma are rarely beaten on home turf, but in addition to winning on just one of their last 9 European road trips, they have also lost more than half of their away matches in Serie A thus far. With former boss Jose Mourinho now sniping from the sidelines, though, De Rossi's new approach has helped Lukaku and co. score at least twice in each of his first 4 league games in charge, including a 2-1 victory over rock-bottom Salernitana that ended a run of 3 straight-away defeats. The Giallorosse now seek back-to-back Serie A wins on their travels for the first time since October 2022. And having won all 5 of their previous top-flight meetings with Frosinone, they certainly have history on their side, including October's reverse fixture when Lukaku and Lorenzo Pellegrini were on the scoresheet in Rome. Frosinone actually trailed their regional rivals 14-3 on aggregate across those 5 encounters. Ex-Roma player and coach Eusebio Di Francesco will again try to plot his former club's downfall on Sunday evening, but the odds are stacked against him due to the Canarini's recent run of results. No team has won fewer points than Frosinone since the start of December, with a meager tally of 5, and last season's Serie B champions have also suffered no fewer than 8 losses during that time. However, of all teams promoted to one of Europe's top 5 leagues last year, only La Liga upstarts Las Palmas have claimed more points at home than Di Francesco's youthful side, which features several promising players borrowed from clubs higher up the Calcio food chain. Despite being one of 3 teams without an away victory in Serie A this season, following last week's 5-1 thumping at Fiorentina, they have won half of their league fixtures at Stadio Stirpe so far. That has been enough to keep them clear of the drop zone for now. Team news. After making some changes to his starting 11 on Thursday evening, Daniele De Rossi may bring players such as Brian Cristante, Stefan El Shaarawy and Rui Patricio back into the Roma side this weekend. Tammy Abraham is still on the long road to recovery from an ACL injury, but De Rossi should have an otherwise fit squad after Cristante overcame a back problem that saw him withdrawn against Inter to appear as a substitute at De Kuip, having started his career in the capital with 6 goals in 9 Serie A matches. Romelu Lukaku has scored only 3 in his last 12, following the Belgian striker's latest Europa League exploits. He will now aim to improve that domestic ratio with the support of El Shaarawy and Paulo Dybala. By contrast with his opposite number, Eusebio Di Francesco has an almost full infirmary at the moment, with Frosinone's defensive department notably understaffed. Riccardo Marchizza, Anthony Iono, Matheus Luswardi and Kevin Bonifazzi are all sidelined, while Nadir Zordia's presence is doubtful and Simone Romagnoli must serve a suspension. Starman Matthias Sol should be available, though, and the Juventus loanee has already scored 10 goals in Serie A this season, 4 from the penalty spot. Frosinone possible starting lineup: Tirati, Larola, Monterisi, Accoli, Valeri, Mazzatelli, Baranecchia, Harui, Sol, Jorge, Sec. Roma possible starting lineup: Patricio, Karsdorp, Mancini, Llorente, Angelino, Cristante, Paredes, Pellegrini, Dybala, Lukaku, El Shaarawy. We say, Frosinone 1-2 Roma may not have things all their own way. Frosinone are tough to beat on home turf and have scored half of their Serie A goals via set pieces, but the visitors should still have the guile to prevail at Stadio Stirpe. A fresh approach under new management has certainly raised hopes of improving the Giallorossai's dismal away record. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.